Live, trance, and prosper. Hi, this is Professor Brian David Phillips, and welcome to Waking Dreams Role Play. Time for episode 2 of Ghostbusters International. Ooh! Let's turn it over to Kevin. Kevin Dilmore, that is. Yay!
I'm going to start.
It is recording.
Okay.
Terrific. Welcome to tonight's edition, or this morning's edition, depending on where you're coming from, of our Ghostbusters International, in an adventure that I like to call The Wetting of Warwick House. Because I'm sure it'll be so frightening. There will be lots of wetting around. It is 10:30 a.m. Central Time on March the 14th, 2022, and the phone rings in your well-established Ghostbusters International franchise in Wichita, Kansas. Who's answering the phone?
Tori is, right?
Well, Tori's not here.
Oh, Tori's not here. What's Pete's character?
I will answer the phone. I will answer the phone.
Oh,
Terrific.
okay. Oh, that's right. Tori's not here.
And so go ahead and answer the phone.
Hello, Ghostbusters International.
Hello, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
This is Ross Smutter.
Ross Smutter. It's been several years since we've spoken. This is Dr. F. Howard Howard.
Howard!
I never thought I would be calling you guys again, but here I am no longer with the Eisenhower Museum after that less than celebrated adventure. I'm now the president of Severn Darden College in Rachel City, Kansas, and I have a ghost problem. I'm assuming you're on speaker.
I hope so, because I can hear it.
Terrific. We
there, Dr. Howard.
on the campus of Darden College, we have a house that was bequeathed to us more than a century ago, and that house has been slated for demolition. However, each time we have attempted to tear down the house, we have had mysterious deaths. The community is convinced that the house is haunted. 2 weeks ago, the board of directors hired a contracting company to create a parking lot where the house is, and the workers quit after 2 of them were killed in mysterious accidents around the property. The people of Rachel City don't like to joke about this haunted house. Some claim they have seen lights in the abandoned house from time to time, and I have taken it upon myself, since you have helped me in the past, to ask you once again if you would like to help take care of a ghost problem for us.
I think
Yeah.
with that.
Okay.
I
Know that it's
additional
spring.
question.
I'm sorry. You have any? You are welcome to ask additional questions. To be honest, I am off campus. This is spring break, and so I will not be there to help you with anything. The property is easy to find on campus. The doors are unlocked, and you can let yourselves in. Just know that there is no electricity to the property, so you will want to go during daylight hours if you'd like to see without flashlights.
So
Okay.
we don't have to ask permission to go
There's
in?
no electricity, huh?
No, the grounds security is aware that you will be there, and I am off campus. There will be you should have no problems getting into the house and hopefully remedying this problem as quickly as possible.
Well, question is this. Considering how our last meeting in Abilene ended up, and considering the fact that you want this house demolished, if we should wind up accidentally demolishing the house, would it be okay?
The house, we are attempting to demolish the house to begin with. So if you want to stand outside and just hose it down with your proton packs, that's fine by me.
Okay, we could do that.
Interesting.
To understand that every time an attempt has been made to demolish the house, people have died.
No, that's not a problem.
People at the house?
People involved in the demolition attempts have died.
So, did they die inside the house or outside?
Both.
How did they
One
die?
inside, one outside. You mean two
How did
two
they
people,
die?
right?
We've had 5 different attempts over the course of the past several years to demolish the house, and each time the contracting firm has quit because of deaths that they attribute to a ghost or something they've decided the property is cursed.
So how did they die?
Well, there were some hard to explain construction accidents. There is, equipment that had been it turned upon the construction workers. There were, falls from heights. Disappearances. There's been a number of ways.
Actually, the construction workers that just disappeared?
Have disappeared.
How do you know they're dead?
Yeah.
Well, we don't. But I do know this. Nobody wants to take that job anymore, and we need that house gone.
Oh.
So the only thing I can think of to do is to remedy the problem, which seems to be, according to what our past experience has been, that the place must be cursed or haunted.
Can you just make it a historical house and get a tax break?
Well, I don't know. We have not. Would you rather that we apply for that process? And I guess I could put the money I would pay you toward that.
Yeah,
Uh,
we don't want that. We're going to tear down the place ourselves.
We'll take the money.
matters.
So can you describe to us like a brief history of the house?
Experience, and if we
Good idea.
accidentally destroy your property, we'll just bill you for that as well.
Well, I am confident that the university or that the college can adequately compensate you for your efforts. So, did you want a brief history of the property?
Yes.
Very brief, yes.
Okay. The house was built 116 years ago by John Warwick with his wife Sarah, and John Warwick met a very unusual death. Actually, John and Sarah both were hanged by the angry townspeople of Rachel City.
Why?
Well,
Why were they hanged?
It seems that the city of Rachel City, the residents of Rachel City then had decided that he was an evil man and was bringing evil upon the community. And there were vigilantes that rose up from among the townspeople who turned upon the Warwicks and hung them.
Okay.
Why did they think they were that he was an evil man?
Well,
Yeah.
there weren't a lot of there was newspaper coverage from back at the time that seemed to support the townspeople's actions. That there were just unexplained. I mean, I would imagine it's no different from back in the days of the Salem witch trials when something went against the will of the townspeople. They looked for someone to blame, and for whatever reason, John and Sarah Warwick were at the center of blame and controversy, and the townspeople hung them.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you
And
want
on the
to
property?
know more detail of the history, is there like a library we can go to or a church has records?
We could just go and blow them up.
The only real records that we have of this were newspaper accounts at the time. Really they weren't. It wasn't like this was a story that led up to anything. So much of it was just apocryphal accounts or townspeople gossip. I mean, there's coverage of the event or of the incident. And then I've got newspaper clippings, that are just coverage of the accidents that had occurred over the last few years. I'm happy to leave those with someone there.
Sure, that's enough. Now, how far is it from where we're at to
It's about an hour and a half. It's about an hour and a half drive.
hour and a half? What time is it now?
10:30 in the morning.
Okay, so we can load up, get there, take out the ghosts well within the range of daylight.
Absolutely.
And we don't have to.
Assuming you don't screw it up.
Well, just
No, I'm not worried about screwing it up.
We know we're going to.
one more question. Do they have any offspring still living in the area? Or
We are not going to screw this up. We're going to get there and kick some butt.
The two died childless.
but do they have brother, sister?
There's no family of
No
record
family.
that I'm aware of.
Oh,
Were
okay.
Were
There's have
they
to be
hanged on the property itself?
I'm sorry?
Were they hanged on the property at the house? Is
Uh,
that where they were hanged?
they were.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's go there and ask some old people. They may remember some stories.
Well, it was more than 100 years ago, so I doubt there's any living survivors, and if there were,
No,
or
not
any
witnesses.
living-
Like maybe
any
they
living
heard it from
witnesses,
the first account from the grandparents. That kind
I don't understand your question.
I'm saying it's over 100 years, but if you find a 90 years old person, he or she may have heard the story from a grandparent.
You're welcome to contact somebody at maybe the County Historical Society that could potentially put you in touch with someone. I can give you phone numbers if you'd rather do that.
No, I'd rather just go there now.
So you're going to go in there and have an accident right away?
Yes, I want to go in and have an accident right away.
Yeah.
Just want to walk in, because we
Okay.
cannot rule
What do
out,
they do?
that maybe they have
What's
some
their
offspring,
occupation?
they have conflict with interests and they may be
You hear
sabotaging.
me, Kevin?
So
But that
you're
was-
thinking this may be a Scooby-Doo
It's a
situation.
property right issues,
No problem. I've got a PKE meter. We'll find out if it's real right away.
Dr. Cropper, did you have a question?
What was their occupation?
I don't have any record of that.
Okay.
Just evil. That's an occupation.
Okay, let's load up and go.
Okay, so we have to load our equipment onto the cars and decide.
I am going to presume that the equipment gets loaded. I'm gonna suggest that we take Ecto 2, which now has a onboard a mobile containment system.
Oh,
and-
good, good.
Well, it's been 3 years. and then and that three of you ride in Ecto 2, and the other two ride in a private vehicle. And arrive without incident. So if I could direct you to the map.
Hey, Kevin.
Yes.
I want my droid. I want an air droid taken with me with a PKT meter on it. What's it?
PKE.
Okay, so you're saying that you have developed drone.
A drone?
And that drone is equipped with a peak meter.
Yes. And
You can fly it on the drone if it's big enough.
and it's
Okay.
also like a
Well, open up your dice tray, Dr. Trapper,
okay.
and roll to see if you developed this. Roll a 6-sided first.
2.
Roll 3 more 6s.
14 total.
Your drone is still in the experimental stage.
It's difficult.
I mean, you're welcome to take it. It's just in the experimental stage. Do you want to test it out?
Oh, sure. I'll test it out.
Okay. That's fine.
Kevin,
Um,
could you add another
okay.
female token? You have 2 female tokens. I mean, you have 1 on there.
Oh, I do? I just started grabbing tokens. Hang on a second.
There's a dark-haired female and a blonde-haired female token.
Hang on. Is that one? Is this a female?
Oh,
Dawn
there's
is
2
in there.
dark-haired. There's 2 dark-haired females. Okay. So now we've got 2 females. Yeah.
Okay, so
One
if you
extra
guys want to
male.
label the figures, I mean the map, it says it's 5 foot square, but I can't imagine. Maybe the door is only 5 feet across, but if you make the figures about like according to that like 10 feet or whatever, then that's plenty. Just know that it feels like the map is small for those to be 5 foot squares, but it's your mileage may vary.
Looking at it's all really tiny now.
Lorraine, you can
Zoom in.
zoom in.
Okay, we have to zoom in. So
Use
is the one in the bottom?
I labeled
Okay.
one of the women for you.
Okay, so great. So the 5 of you are labeled, correct?
Oh, there is a blonde woman now. Okay.
And I can toss the rest of them?
Yeah.
Terrific. Okay. So you
Hey,
arrive
maybe-
without incident.
Kevin,
but
maybe
I need to,
between games you could just rename the files for the ones that we use so that every time we use the same figure.
yeah, I can figure that out. If these are the 5, if you want me to go through and label these figures to the exact ones you have now, I can do that for
Yeah.
future games.
Yeah, that'll be. I definitely want this Larry because he looks spastic.
Yes. Okay, so everybody else is happy with who they have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't matter
that's
to me.
okay. All right. I need to find out what you're carrying. Dr. Trapper, I'm assuming you have a drone control, so that's one thing.
We can have
Drone with a
3.
PKE meter and a video with a video camera on it.
That's
It's
fine.
hooked to a Google type of glasses that I'm wearing.
Okay, I'm still counting that as equipment.
Okay, and I also have I'm taking in a proton pack.
Yeah.
Okay, is everybody taking in a proton pack?
Well, I'm assuming. I mean, I was going to ask what they want. So you've got your drone, your proton pack, and what else?
And Yeah, my glasses is a kind of
I'm counting
advanced.
that as an equipment because
Yeah, it's
it
kind of like
takes
ecto goggles, but
time and concentration to use.
what?
So it's experimental
Because
ecto goggles.
it
It's
takes
kind of yeah. The ecto
concentration to
goggles
use.
connected to the drone.
That's fine.
Okay. And proton pack, ghost trap.
And a trap. Great.
Yeah.
Larry, what are you taking in?
Larry, we can have 3 items. Is that correct?
3 items.
Proton pack, ghost trap,
Yeah.
experimental PKE meter. That's my
Okay.
rollout.
You mean the peak meter that works as with an ecto taser?
Yes.
That's not experimental now, but you can have it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Upgraded PKE meter.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's upgraded. Andante, what would you like to carry in?
Proton pack. And
Yep.
goggles.
Ecto
Guys,
goggles.
it's not nighttime.
No, Lorraine, they let you see ghosts.
Yeah, they still let you see ghosts, but they
I
also
think-
want night vision. You can turn the night vision off.
Okay, we can turn the light. Okay.
Guys, we have a list of
And
equipment.
goggles and what else?
A med kit.
The med kit?
Mhm.
Great. Okay, Luthien, what do you want to take in?
Since they have the proton pack, I would like the slime blower.
You didn't take a slime blower.
Why? It's not in the van.
Well, yeah, if you want to take a slime blower, I suppose that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, I'll take one since nobody else is taking it.
What else?
A proton pistol.
Yes.
A ghost trap. How many do we have?
We have one
That's a
so
total of
far.
2 for the team.
Only one for the team. So somebody already got it, so fine.
No, you can carry one. I thought you asked how many traps you had
Yeah.
on you. Okay, you have one, and Trapper has one, and Larry has one. That's 3.
Okay, good. Mhm.
Okay, Smooter, what are you going to take?
I would like to grab the proton pistol.
You're going to have a pistol? Okay.
Yeah.
So we have 2 pistols now.
Yes.
Good. The spectral capacitor
Okay.
and a med kit.
And a med kit. All right.
We'll have 3 proton packs between us, right?
There are 3 proton packs in the group.
Good.
All right. As you start to walk in from behind a tree,
We're walking in behind a tree because we want to.
from behind a tree,
Tree or bush?
the leaf symbol that's on there that's not labeled
Oh,
bush
that's a tree?
is a tree.
Okay.
And now you see another person come in who approaches you and says, "Oh, so this is why Dr. Howard won't talk to me or let me in the house. He called you folks in."
You can go in the house. We don't
We
care.
don't know that. We don't care. Go in the house.
Okay, I'll come right along.
But who are you?
My name is Luther Heggs, and I'm a reporter for the Rachel City Courier Express. And I've been covering this story for years, convinced that it's filled with ghosts in this house, and no one will listen to me. And by gosh, I am going to prove that this is the real deal. And you guys are going to
Good. Tell us
help.
what you know.
Luther looks suspiciously like Don Knotts.
I asked him, what does he know about this house?
What do I know about this house? Well, let me tell you. I have been researching this house for my entire career at the Rachel Courier Express, and it is filled with death. Everyone who goes in it does not come out unscarred, physically or emotionally. This house is a blight on our fine city, and it absolutely needs to be demolished. But every time we've attempted, horrible things have happened. People have been rended apart. People have disappeared. People have been possessed by evil spirits and turned upon each other. It's a madhouse in there.
Have you gone inside before?
Oh my God, no! Are you kidding?
And why you
What,
want to
do
go now?
I look like an idiot?
You're willing to go now?
Well,
You
Surrounded by people with proton packs and ecto traps. Why would I not go in now?
do.
Good reason.
Do you want a pair of goggles? We have spare.
Oh no,
No,
thank
no, no,
you.
no, 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 no.
I don't want
Do
to be
not
held
give
liable for
civilians
any of
our
your
equipment.
expenses.
Do not give
I'll
civilians our
be
equipment.
taking notes.
Okay, Kevin.
Okay, which one of you guys is going to go in first?
Before we do that, I'm gonna take my drone, air drone, make it go once around the house, see if they
Okay.
pick up anything.
Okay. What capabilities are you using with your drone right now?
I'm just using the
The meter?
PK.
PKE meter.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna fly your drone around the perimeter of the house with a peak meter running.
Right.
It's
Actually,
attached to
if
your
it has
goggles.
window open, it can go inside.
Yeah, I got the goggles on. It would tell me if I see anything.
Okay, so roll a six-sided die.
Oh, I lost the sound. What happened?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Six-sided die.
2.
Okay,
No,
roll.
just Trapper.
I'm going since drive a vehicle and fire a weapon is moves. I'm going to use your moves. So roll 2 more, Dr. Trapper. 2 more
Roll
sixes.
high. Roll really
That's
high.
4. Got 2 ones. 4 total.
Jesus.
4 total.
Really?
Okay.
What, you rolled 2 ones?
What?
I'm
I rolled
sorry.
2 ones.
Okay, so you make it around the east side of the house. You see no open windows. You get a slight reading on the peak meter. It goes around the north side of the house and crashes into a bush.
Ah!
Fun.
I go run around and grab it and bring it back.
Okay, it's not damaged.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go inside, guys.
It's just experimental.
Yeah. We want to give
So,
it a try.
well, I mean, a 4 out of a possible 17 is pretty low.
I know.
He cannot get his license yet.
Give it a try again later.
Exactly. So, who's going in first? Well,
I'm right
how about this?
by the
Roll for
door.
initiative. Roll a 20-sided die for initiative.
A 20?
Yes.
Okay, I rolled really high.
Yeah, you did.
You're higher than me.
No, I'm not.
So, on Dante's roll, I do not see your die rolls.
Oh, which one?
The
It's
20-sided die,
No, 20.
make sure it's on global so everyone can see it.
Oh wait, it's what? 20?
Yeah,
Yeah.
20. D20.
Oh, 20. 11.
Okay, so what I have is Ross, Andante, Trapper, Luthien, and Larry as your entry order for initiative. Or at least your play order. Smooter, what do you want to do?
I would like to invite Luther to go in first.
But he's the reporter.
Is that the only thing you're going to do? Is that the only thing you're going to do is invite Luthien to go in first?
Turn your proton back on.
No. I am going to. I don't have a PK meter.
No.
So I'm gonna pull my gun and have it ready.
Okay.
And
Turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it on.
turn it on.
That's a great idea.
Turn on my proton gun. Have it at the ready.
Yes.
And advance halfway to the front of the house.
Okay, so you're entering the house. Put your figure where you end up.
I don't know. I want to go into the house, but
Okay, that's fine.
I definitely want to go. If I can actually figure out that's fine. Yeah. I'm feeling about to sit on the throne.
You can sit on the throne if you see one in there. Okay, is that it?
You're not in yet. What happened? I thought we were going in.
Well, I mean, he's choosing not to go in. He's choosing to invite you to go in first, but it's not your turn to act. Andante, what are you going to do?
We're going in, right?
You tell me.
Okay.
We're gonna knock on the door. Is there a bell we can ring?
There
Turn
is
off
no
the night
there's no
vision, and I'll wear my goggles.
Okay. I'm assuming that we'll just assume that everyone turns on their equipment. I don't want to have to fight that.
Okay, all equipment's on.
Okay, so Andante, would you like to go in the house?
Okay, I'll go in the house.
Yes.
Okay.
Well.
Oh, she disappeared.
How are you attempting to go in?
Just
Open the door.
open the door and poke your head in.
That is a terrific idea. So okay, you are in. And Dr. Trapper, what would you like to do?
I'm right behind her. Ready
Okay.
ready to shoot at anything that moves.
Go on in. So Luthien, what would you like to do?
Quiet.
Luthien, what would you like to do?
Oh, of course I follow.
All right, go on in.
Put your figure in.
Is that a painting on the right hand side?
So no, that's not. I'll describe the room when you guys are all in. Larry, what would you like to do?
Larry wanted to go in. Larry's not turn. It's Smoot's turn. Or that was his turn. Okay, sorry. Larry has gone in.
Okay.
Larry
so
is excited
so
about
and
it.
I'm assuming that the door is open for Smooter to at least see inside. So so you note that as you pushed the door inward, it made a high-pitched creaking sound that seemed to echo through the room. Inside, the bare wooden floor of the entry hall or vestibule stretches to a staircase beginning along the east wall. The staircase winds around the room and up toward the second floor of the house. One doorway lies to your left, another to your right. As you enter, the doorway to your right has been boarded shut, and the entire floor of that vestibule is dusty.
Who boarded it?
Who boarded it?
Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking that if it's boarded,
Who are
we
you
want to go
asking?
there. I'm just talking out loud to everybody.
You outside?
I'm thinking if it's boarded up, that's where we want to go.
I agree. Let's kick it down.
You're going to kick the boarded door down.
Yeah, you know that's gonna make them angry. That's why we're gonna do it.
Or rip the
Okay.
boards open.
So, who's going to? Who's going to kick the door down?
Well, you have an axe.
Be happy to do that.
I don't see anybody carrying an axe on the list. So, Dr. Trapper, are you attempting to use your muscles to kick the door down?
Yes, I am.
Roll a 6-sided die. Luthien, you can clear your
I got
Okay.
4.
Clear your die.
4. Roll 2 more.
11 total.
You succeed in cracking a couple of the boards, but the barrier stays boarded shut. And after you kick that, you notice in the open doorway to your left a thick rope tied into a hangman's noose seems to be dangling above the door jamb in thin air.
Oh.
It just appeared? Because I was standing right there.
It just appeared.
Okay.
Is that right about Larry?
I don't need a PKE meter to know that there's something weird here.
Okay, are you choosing to look at your PKE meter?
Sure, why not?
You are definitely registering psychokinetic energy.
Okay.
You guys wanna
Real
do
ghost.
Luther!
Alright.
Luther! Stand in this doorway for a second. No reason.
Take a picture, at least he's a reporter.
Luther will look at the noose, and you can see him visibly shaking in fear.
Well, he's not doing a very good job of looking, is he? Let's just turn him. There he is.
So,
I told you! I told you this place was filled with spiritual energy.
Okay.
Luther, you have your whole life to be a loser. Why don't you take a day off?
You see him narrow his eyes at you, Larry, and start to raise his hands as if he was threatening martial arts.
what?
What happened? Did your train of
Okay.
thought leave the station?
Hey, Smooter, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I will enter the room.
That sounds like a good idea. Would you like to walk past Larry into the next room, or are you just going to sit and wait? Or maybe you want to kick the door.
I'd like to go ahead and try to walk past Larry.
Okay.
Under the noose.
No.
Could you
You're
duck
gonna walk-
down? Don't walk
You're gonna-
into the noose.
You're going to walk under the noose and into the next door.
Yeah.
Roll a 6-sided die.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I mean, what's worse that can happen, right?
Right.
You know, what's the worst that can happen? You know,
A 2. You successfully enter the room.
Excellent. I will then move my character into the room.
Okay. Andante, what would you like to do?
Is that the only other room we can go to?
well, there's
Well,
a
I mean, you
boarded up
can
room.
try to beat on that doorway if you want to. Or you can go upstairs.
Oh, you mean on the right, this is the doorway?
Correct. It's a boarded up doorway.
Oh, okay. I'll try to unboarded. Can I?
Okay. I mean, are you wanting to like just start pulling at the boards with your bare hands?
Because it must be rotten. It's been 100 years, right?
We don't know
Well,
when it
has
was boarded.
Years since the door was boarded.
We don't know when it was boarded.
Yeah, hold.
Help me out. I'm gonna break through next time anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna pull the boards?
Yeah, I'll pull the boards
Okay,
apart.
roll a six-sided die.
6.
Terrific.
Oh!
Roll another
No!
one.
No!
Another 6
Well, roll another six-sided die. Yeah.
to add up to it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Oh, is that how you're doing
Ah.
it now, Kevin? You're adding to the ghost die?
Well, no. It doesn't matter. No, blank that out. Okay, so you rolled a 1.
She rolled
Yeah.
And a ghost.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You
Oh.
have injured that hand. Your
Oh.
roll a four-sided die. Even as your right hand, odd as your left.
Even.
Okay. So you have injured your right hand. You will not be able to operate any equipment with your right hand, and you need to take off 3 brownie points.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's okay. She's MB.
She's
Dexterous.
ambidextrous.
Also,
She's a
Dante, you've got your proton pack and you've got your goggles, but if you carry the med kit, then that'll be in your good hand because your right hand, at least currently, is too injured for you to use.
That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, Dr. Trapper.
I will attempt to kick down the door again.
Okay. I'm assuming that Andante's going to move out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4.
Okay. Roll the 4. Okay, so roll 2 more. So a total of 10 with 3 die.
Yep.
Okay. You are able to shake some dust loose and crack some more boards. Luthien, what would you like to do?
Here?
I'm sorry?
Does anything else appear?
No, the
Another
news
rope?
the news disappeared when Smooter walked under it. It does not reappear when you kick at the door.
Okay.
Luthien, what would you like to do?
Why don't we go to the left side instead and check it out first?
You can come join me.
So I'm going in here.
Luthien, you going to go in the other room? Terrific.
Number 2 room.
Okay, Luther is going to follow you in. Larry, what do you want to do?
Oh, shoot. I want to break open that door, but I also want to stay with the group.
It's
Trappers-
even now, 3 and 3.
Yeah, Trappers seems to be pretty intent on breaking that open, so I'm going to help them.
Okay.
I'm just going to kick it.
Can we find an axe or a hammer or something?
You don't see an axe or a hammer in the vestibule.
I've got 3 muscle. I'm going to kick it. Can I brawl?
Okay.
Can I
Please
brawl
roll
the
a
boards?
on your first six-sider.
I'm just going to
Barry.
go with you fucking jerk! No! I'm sorry. That one didn't count. That one-
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't count because it's a 0. You can blank that out and roll 2 more.
Use your proton pack. That's the door open.
I mean, somebody only just now realized that someone else has an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on their back while they kick at a door? Here,
Yes.
hang on to this 150-foot rope while you jump down 50 feet.
Hey.
I think that's what I've just done.
Is your total roll 5, Brian?
Uh, I would be lying if I said no.
Okay. You hurt your foot, and
Of course.
whenever you run, you can only run at half speed.
Oh, that's not a problem. I'm not going to run.
Perfect.
It's in my character description that I stopped running away from danger.
Wonderful.
It's
Okay,
right there. It's
so
right,
for the
it's right
people
there.
who
Right there. It
so
says
for the
that.
people who are in the hall, I will share this with you. It's clear that this room was once a place where people gathered and were entertained. A large brick fireplace is built into the east wall. That's represented by the slim black square. A very old chair sits in the northwest corner of the room. In the southwest corner lies a large chest that is latched shut, but there appears to be no lock on the latch. An open doorway stands in the north wall of the room. The floor here has a coating of dust, not unlike the vestibule.
Has anything ever disturbed that dust that's noticeable?
Oh, are you checking out the floor?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Why don't you move your roll your brains?
We should move characters
yeah.
before we do things.
In my brains, it happened so many times. What number dice is that?
It's just roll a 6-sided die.
Trapper, clear your tray.
3 and roll another one.
Roll another one.
Yes. Let it add up.
5 more makes 8.
8. Okay. Yeah. You do notice that there are footprints in the dust on the floor. They are footprints made by someone or something wearing what appear to be men's dress shoes. The shoe prints definitely were not made by anyone in the group because you guys have your work boots on, and these prints lead through the doorway in the north wall.
Check Luther's shoes.
Where do they start?
Oh, they went from the vestibule through that door on the north side. They do look a lot like Luther's shoes. I haven't been in here. I haven't been in here at all. So, Smooter, what do you want to do?
This is a Scooby-Doo situation.
Chest.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's go check out that chest.
All right. Well, why don't you go check out the chest? Would you like to roll a 6-sided die, please?
Sure. Is it 3?
Terrific. Go ahead and roll 2 more.
11 total.
Perfect. The chest opens with no resistance. As you throw back the lid of the antique trunk, a thick cloud of foul-smelling dust billows forth, causing you to step back a little moment. But then the air clears, and looking into the chest, you see that it's empty except for one item in the very bottom of the chest. Would you like to reach in and take it?
Sure.
Say yes, please.
You pick it up, and you find a framed portrait of a man with a proud, haughty face. His long black hair falls down to the shoulders of his high-collared jacket. The expression on his face is one of crazed, almost evil-looking laughter. Even as you gaze into his wild, dark eyes, you hear the laughter coming from the painting itself. Everyone roll your cool.
Everyone in that room.
Everyone in the room. Actually, no. Everyone in both rooms hears the laughter. Everyone roll a 6-sided die.
No problem.
6-sided.
Oh,
Okay, my first
No.
die was a 5, and my total is 9.
Great.
Roll just once?
Yeah, just everybody roll your cool. So Brian's is 2, Scott's is 2, Paul is 2, Lorraine is 2, and Kay is 5.
No,
so
mine's
5
four.
times?
Your
Okay.
cool is Scott. Your cool is what?
Oh,
I
total
thought
of
we were
4.
all 2.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I meant the number of die.
Yeah, okay.
So everybody rolls a total of 2 6-siders, except for Andante, who rolls 5 total 6-siders.
Damn.
Dante's cool.
Well, she has more to roll. It's impossible to get a 4 with 5 dice.
Okay. It is, that's 5 out of 10.
Okay, so you rolled a 13 total out of 5 dice.
Oh, you suck. so
That's
much.
okay. You got more than everyone else. Nobody freaks out, but the laughter is definitely unsettling.
Okay.
Andante, what would you like to do?
Hey, Kevin, do you need to unblock that chest where Smooter is?
Well, I mean, I can, but
No, I'm just
all it's
asking
going to
'cause
do
I'm
is
fine.
all it'll do is blank out. That's just representation of furniture.
Okay.
Good. Ooh.
Is the door open?
So we should use the proton pack on the door then.
You're going to use your proton pack on the door. Terrific. Are you going to invite anyone to get out of the way?
Yes, please.
Yeah, no, get out the
You have
way.
to stand really far away.
You'll have to get in the room.
Nah, we'll be fine.
Don't
Okay,
shoot Trapper.
Everyone clear your dice tray. And Andante, I need you to roll a 6-sided die.
Roll 6.
2.
Okay, roll 2 more.
2 more.
Or Moses.
2, 3. 9.
9. You fire your proton pack successfully and obliterate the wooden planks that were blocking the door.
Alright.
So we see the next room.
Not yet. You guys aren't close enough to really get a good look. Dr. Trapper, what are you wanting to do?
Go in
Go
the
into the
room.
next. Go into the room.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I did move. I'm. Okay, there we go. I'm in the room.
Well, you're not. Now you are. Okay, Lucian, what do you want to do? Now that door is, you have heard the proton pack and the destruction of the wood barrier.
So I would take a look at least, go to where they opened this area. And we'll take a look at the room.
You're gonna walk into. You can make it into that room.
Okay.
Secret room.
Okay, Larry, what do you want to do?
Well, Larry very carefully wants to go into the room next to that.
Okay. So, and Luther is going
PKE
to.
meter. What's the PKE meter?
Oh, you're going to use your peak meter?
Yes, I'm going to
So,
have it
okay.
out the whole time.
Well, you need to tell me when you're looking at it.
I am looking at it.
Terrific. That's what I needed to know. So, all right. Like all other rooms you've entered, this room is covered with dust. An old, decaying, colonial-style sofa sits along the east wall. Several small tables are scattered around the room. Those aren't represented. A round, which isn't round in the map, wooden table and 2 chairs lean against the south wall. A small antique wooden chest rests on that table. A brick fireplace is on the west wall. Aside from the 2 doorways in the north wall, and you guys have blown through the boarded up doorway. It's obviously, you know that it comes from the vestibule.
And the peak meter says nothing.
The peak meter is not registering anything.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Smooter, what do you want to do?
Luke follow us or he follow us?
Luther's
I think I will.
Luther's with Smooter.
I will get the group.
You're going to get with the group? Okay.
Yeah.
And Luther will follow. Andante, are you going to get with the group?
Yeah. Check out this new room.
Okay.
Somebody open that chest.
So, Dr. Trapper, what would you like to do?
I will go north into this door.
So you're going to leave the party and go into the next room.
Yep.
Okay.
Check the chest first.
Then I'm going to hold off on you successfully make it into that room.
Okay.
Luthien, what are you choosing to do?
I'm gonna check out the other. Is it the same room, the opening?
The opening that Andante just blasted through?
No,
Oh,
no,
is
I'm
that-
going
is
to go
that
with
opening
yeah.
going
Yeah,
in
in
the
the room
same
or the same room go.
If you were to get farther into the doorway, you would see Dr. Trapper coming through, along with you from the other door. Yes, it's the same room.
Okay, I'm gonna stand here just in case.
Okay. Larry, what would you like to do?
Okay, no one else has done it, so I'm going to open this chest that's on the table.
You're going to open the chest that's on the table.
Yes.
And-
I am opening it so that the lid is away from me towards Smooter.
Well, you see, you didn't say that. So
Well, I
are you?
just
but
said that.
You're saying it now that you're going to open the chest.
Yes, so
So,
that it is
okay.
pointed towards Smooter, not towards me.
That's fine, because actually, since it's a wooden chest, the blast radius doesn't change. Would you roll a 6-sided die?
It depends. I did roll a 6-sided die.
You absolutely did. Would you care to move? You have 5 moves now, so you can roll 4 more.
Okay, I will clear it and roll 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 5s and 2 1s.
Terrific. You successfully open the chest. Are you going to turn to look inside?
Depends. Did Smooter die yet?
No.
Then I'll look inside.
The chest is empty. You now have a sliver in your trigger finger.
God damn it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's okay. I can use my middle finger instead.
Are you going to choose to use your middle finger?
If it doesn't hurt.
Well, I guess we'll have to. Hopefully, you'll remember to use your middle finger.
Oh, Dr. Stance, you give my middle finger an erection.
Wow! This is gone far afield. Smooter, what are you choosing to do in the room?
I will look at the floor, touch the floor, other footprints other than ours.
You are going to look at the floor. You don't see any footprints in the dust. However, we'll roll a 6-sided die. Okay, that's excellent.
Good.
You hear something. You hear something distinct in the room. It is a faint dripping sound. And your head turns to the dripping sound. And you look at the ceiling where a thick red liquid pooled on the ceiling is dripping onto the floor. It actually is dripping onto the floor in the shape of the letter L.
Oh, shit.
And
The
then
red
it
liquid.
starts to drip into the shape of another letter.
What then?
Are you just going to sit there silently and just watch what happens?
Right.
Guys, look at this. The house is spelling out something.
Yeah.
Is the red
Okay,
liquid blood or wine?
You continue to watch the letters spell, and I need everyone to roll their cool.
No
Two
problem.
6-sided?
Yes, one 6-sided die.
Okay, my first is a
1,
4,
2.
and my
A 1.
total's a 9.
And a 5, 6.
My first one's 3.
Okay,
I got 7.
terrific. So everyone's keeping their cool while you are watching the letters start to spell onto the floor. And it says LEAVE. And then
It's obviously a baker.
continues
He's
to
spelling
spell.
leaven.
As you watch, the message spells leave now or die.
Okay, Dr. Stantz, I have a question. Is the red liquid blood or wine?
Are you telling me you're choosing to taste it?
No, I'm asking you, does it look like blood or wine? Those two liquids look differently.
Roll your brains.
My
Larry.
brains is awesome. No problem.
Roll the first one.
Is a 3.
Okay, you
And a
can
3,
easily
a 6.
tell that it looks more like blood than wine.
No problem. Not gonna taste it today. Already had all the blood I can eat today.
Okay, Andante. No, I'm sorry, Smooter. What are you choosing to do? Whose turn? I mean, I'm trying to remember whose turn. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. It is Andante's because Smooter looked at the floor and saw the blood.
Right.
So
Yes.
Andante, what are you choosing to do?
Look for the ghost with my goggles.
Oh, you notice on the ceiling a spectral presence that then disappears into the ceiling.
I went upstairs.
Yeah.
Should have shot it.
So, Dr. Trapper, are you wanting to look around the room that you're in?
Yes, I want to see the room I'm in right now.
Okay. So you are in a library. Crumbling wooden shelves line the walls of this dusty, cobwebbed room. The shelves sag with old, decayed books, most of which look as though they would turn to dust if even touched. In the center of the room sits an old table and 2 chairs. An additional volume lies on the table with another document. There's 2 doorways, and they're the one that you're standing in and the one that Luthien is standing in, and those are the only entrances to the room.
What is my PKE meter doing?
Are you? Have you turned on your drone? Is that what you're?
Yeah, I can turn on my drone and use it as a PKE meter.
Okay. So you're holding on. You're holding on to the drone, and turning it on.
Yes.
You're not picking up. Like faint psychokinetic energy readings, but not much.
Do I see anything on my goggles?
No.
Okay.
Are you sharing the information?
Yeah.
Well, Luthien,
Yeah,
it's your turn next. What do you want to do?
Okay, since he said there's not much in that room,
No. There's stuff on the table you want to look at.
yeah, we can look at go to the table and look at the book.
Okay. The book on the table. The book on the table identifies itself as the Diary of Sarah Warwick. It is a very old. It's in very old. It's clearly old, but in good condition, and it appears to be safe to handle if you'd like to pick it up with your bare hands.
Do it.
Safe to
I'm
handle.
not wearing gloves.
Is it cursed?
Is it cursed? I don't know. Are you going to taste it?
Yeah. Now we just flip the first page.
So you're leaving the book on the table and flipping through it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's written in ink, with a very precise, very easily readable manuscript. It appears to be based on at least, what you are reading are pretty typical entries of Sarah's actions day to day, but you also notice that there are more footprints in the room that lead up to the table and stop.
Are there any other exits from that room?
No.
So Luther's been in here?
Are you asking Luther if he's been in there?
Do the footprints look like Luther's shoes?
They look like the same shoes that you've seen in the footprints, the whole room, or the whole house.
All right, so Donnie boy, Luther, I'm sorry. Have you been in here?
I've not been in this house at all. I was not allowed to go in the house. Dr. Howard forbid me from going in the house. I was going to go in because I know he's out of town when you guys showed up.
Maybe we should check if Luther is possessed.
Are you going to run
meter.
your meter on Luther?
I don't have one. I asked Trapper to secretly do it.
No, I'm in the room. Larry can do
Hang
it.
on just a second. Luthien and Trapper, yeah, you guys are in the library, and Luther is with everyone else in the other room. Are you leaving the library to go to the other room?
Oh my God.
I have a PKE meter right here.
Okay, well, Larry, what are you choosing?
You're over there. I can
I'm
talk to you.
looking at it.
It was a nice back in.
You're looking at your peak meter? Well,
Yes.
where are you?
Okay, I'm gonna do a 360 in the room, but I do want to note if it goes tweet on Luther.
Okay, it does not on Luther, and a general scan of the room is faint psychokinetic energy.
Okay. How about the room Can I go in the room with the other two and check for psychokinetic?
Yes, you may.
Then I just may do that.
Okay, roll a 6-sided die.
Okay, am I rolling it because I'm so awesome and cool, or is this for
Yes.
some sort of stupid GM thing?
Well, it's you know you're running your peak meter, so it's
one. I rolled a 1, which normally
Okay.
would be crap, but I'm gonna think that's good.
And roll again.
Okay, just once.
Yes, because your brains are 2.
I have a total of 2.
You rolled a total of 2.
Yes.
You mistake
brains
your
are
peak
2.
meter for a popsicle and lick it, dum dum.
Well, I'm not that stupid, but sure.
No, you're
I'll
not.
lick it.
No, I'm teasing. You are able to successfully operate your peak meter and detect no discernible or faint traces of psychokinetic energy.
Okay. All right, so this breaking in doesn't really help us other than the diary, which probably gives Luthien some clues.
Well,
Okay.
the diary is lengthy enough that it would take you about an hour or more to scan all the entries.
You always
Let's say-
go to the
Who's the
last
last
entry.
pages?
You just look at the last entry. That's the one that's most important.
Oh,
Before they die.
but you want to turn to the last entry. Okay.
Oh, these
Um,
horrible people have grabbed us. They're about to hang us. Oh, the rope is on my neck. You know, that
But-
sort of thing.
She wasn't writing. Her last entry is a brief one, and she is very concerned for the safety of her and her husband. For whatever reason, the townspeople have decided that all of their various ills are her and her husband's fault. She doesn't. I mean, she does not understand why. But they are unhappy with her. And him.
No. Okay, we flip before that last entry and find out what exactly is the complaint.
There's in the diary, there is no specific, she does not know. It is clear from the 2 or 3 entries that I'm going to let you read without burning time, is that Sarah clearly does not know why the townspeople have turned against them.
Can we find out at least the profession of her husband?
Are you wanting to spend some time to scan the diary to see if she mentions it?
Yeah, so we can be lucky enough just to look at it and find out right away.
Make her
Well, you could. Okay,
She's
you
gonna
could be
scan
lucky
it.
enough. Roll a 6-sided die.
Okay.
This is brains.
Sit.
Don't roll a 6.
Just one? Not my brain?
No, I just needed you to roll the one in the hopes that the diary would fall apart in your hands. Roll 4 more brains. Roll 4 more 6-sided die.
$20.
A 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That magnificent. You see that that Sarah mentions in a couple of places that her husband John was a former he was a seaman. He was on ship.
He said seaman.
I said seaman. He traveled on ships. So I mean, it's yeah.
So
Did
he's
not-
not
not
homosexual. Okay. If he's not home most of the time, why would people blame him? We should discuss this. Maybe because he brought over something
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't have a lot of brains,
But
but
do
that's
you
what
have the
I'm thinking.
impression, the complaint, the thing is about a lot of people getting sick?
No.
I'm thinking cursed object.
Yeah.
The town is cursed.
No, I
I
mean,
think he
at
brought
least we
one.
should find out information, what exactly happened to the townsfolks that make them angry with this couple. So like their child, the children got sick, or they have a lot of bad luck, or they lost fortune or something.
Roll a percentage die. Roll the 100.
Clear
One-
your tray and roll
Yeah, clear the
100.
tray and roll the 100.
Or percentage that, okay.
Yes, please.
86.
Okay. 86 minutes later.
She 86'd it.
86 minutes later, that
Damn.
you discover that the diary contains no information that's helpful. So, I'm assuming you guys just kind of hung out for an hour and a half while she was reading.
No, I'm looking
Ate
for.
the burgers and cola. We all the Pizza Hut.
I was dancing.
You went to Pizza Hut? Okay, well that's cool.
I was taking a splinter out of my trigger finger.
So, okay. So, all right. Well, you can clear your die, Luthien. So Larry is attempting to get the splinter out of his trigger finger. You're doing this by yourself. Roll a 6-sided die.
Okay, can you at least give me a clue of, is this moves or brains?
I think medicine is brains.
Oh no, I don't have good brain. I rolled a 1, so there's that.
Well, better than a ghost. Roll another.
And a 5.
Okay. You are unable to get the
Splinter out.
splinter out of your finger. So, Andante, what are you choosing to do with your hour and a half?
Taking the
Walk
splinter.
around with my
She's taking the
goggles
splinter.
and look
Take-
for
Oh,
any traces of ghost teeth.
Where are you walking?
I mean, an hour I can, anywhere I can walk to, like patrolling, I guess.
You can certainly. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, tell me where you want to go.
move your figure.
Maybe like something like this, like that, and then maybe 2 over here. It's
You can't move.
Yeah, she's got it. She's got an hour and a half. She's got plenty of time. So, yeah, you don't find anything in the room number 6. You don't see anything in room number 1. You don't see anything in room number 2.
Oh, okay.
The room number 3.
Where's number 3?
It's
I
the
don't
one
know.
that's not open.
The door.
Okay, actually, during the hour and a half I was reading the diary, they may be going upstairs.
Well, I mean, it's possible. I'm sorry that whoever's carrying the med kit didn't choose to help people with their injuries, but okay. Where would you like to go, Andante?
You can ask for it, okay?
You're going into room Andante. Are you going into that north doorway by yourself?
Sure.
Go right on in.
And yeah. Oh, there's
Okay.
a boy.
Boy? Well, why does it say boy?
It's because. Hang on just a second. Let me. Okay, you enter this room. Your attention is immediately drawn to the large table centered against the north wall of the room. A young man lies on the table
Oh,
wearing
dead.
clothing typical of a college student from the 1970s.
Oh, in the 70s, so he
You
died with
cannot
them.
you can't tell whether the boy is sleeping peacefully. Maybe he's dead. You notice there's a doorway in the east wall of the room and two on the west wall, and the doorway on the actually scratch that. There is no. That's wrong. There's only one other doorway in this room, and it's the west wall, and it's boarded out.
Mhm.
Oh,
So,
good.
oh, she's alone in that room? She doesn't bring anybody
Yes.
else?
Well, I mean, I'm just going with what she tells me. Andante, what would you like to do at this point?
Do I see anything with my goggles?
Do you see anything with your goggles? No.
Yeah. No? Okay. So, okay. I'll walk back and ask if anyone wants to come check the dead body.
Okay. Are you sure it's dead? But okay. Is that what you're going to tell everybody, that it's a dead body?
Oh, that is a body then. It's a body. Okay.
I just was checking. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh. Thinking.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
you
Yeah.
have gone. Tell
Okay.
me where you've gone.
I'll go to one and shout out if anyone wants to come check and come look at a body.
Okay. Anybody want to go with her to look at a body?
Yeah. I'm there.
Okay.
Okay? So
I will go.
Andante, who is going with Andante back to the room with the boy on the table?
I am.
Okay. Everyone move yourself. I mean, tell me where you're going to end up. Andante, are you going back to the room? Okay.
Yeah.
Larry's in the room with the table. Andante, Smooter, what are you choosing to do?
I recall when you were describing room 5 that there was an extra piece of paper on the table. Is that correct?
What's a piece of paper on the table? You going to
I would like to know what the book was next to the diary.
so you're gonna go into the room with Luthien. You're not gonna leave Luthien by herself? Well, that's a shame. Okay, well, yeah, that's fine. You can go in there. The piece of paper that's on the table. Give me just a moment. Hang on. Hold, please. Hold, please. Sorry, I'm scrolling through, and it's taking me just a second because the order that things are happening is a little bit different. So, okay, hang on. Hold, please. Okay, you find a what looks to be a letter. And this is the letter. Again, after all these years, poor John is misunderstood. This is the last time I shall place my faith in justice. So that's what it says.
Huh.
Maybe it's less of a letter, more of a note.
Okay.
So you are going to be in the room with Luthien checking stuff out. Luthien's there. Luther is going to go into the room here, and then so tell me, we're in what clearly is a kitchen. The boy is lying on the table.
In the kitchen.
What are you choosing to do?
Check the body. See if he has
So you're gonna
pulse.
get closer.
I mean, he's not dead, or he'd be decayed.
He appears pale, but otherwise well. His clothing is clean.
Okay, I'm going to check his pulse. Everybody else, point your proton packs at him.
Okay.
You're going to touch him. Roll a 6-sided die.
Okay, this is obviously for my awesome abilities of checking bodies to see if they're dead. 6! God! Okay, Kevin, what did you do? How did you do that?
I do?
How did you hack my board? Because obviously something's wrong here.
I only put in a new algorithm that says whenever someone does something foolish, roll a 6.
Well, that's just not fair. You know I'm going to say something foolish. Okay, I rolled a 6.
Roll the rest of your cool. Yeah, eliminate that and roll your cool.
A 1. I roll a 6 and then I roll a 1. It's what I do. I'm very good at it.
And Larry has wet the Warwick House. The handsome
Assuming.
face of the boy decays and shrivels before your very eyes. A
Okay.
foul smell fills the room, and the rotten skeletal hand of the zombie makes a grasp for your throat. Roll
My
a
moves
Larry.
are very good.
And he cannot run, he
4.
already said that.
4. And the rest
Roll
of my
the other
moves.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4. 15.
Horrific. You wheel away in your wet pants.
I
Well-
want to clearly point out, as I said very clearly in the very first game we played, part of my uniform is adult diapers. So I'm okay.
That was 3 years ago.
I'm wearing adult diapers every time I put this uniform on. Every time I gear up,
Roll,
I got the diapers.
roll. Okay, clear your dice tray and roll a 6-sided die.
I very competently put my diapers on.
Okay, the diaper appears to be holding your urine. Larry has wheeled away from the zombie boy, who has now started to come off of the table. Roll for initiative.
I'm going to roll a 20.
Well, yeah, that'd be perfect.
Okay, I rolled a 20. It's disguised as a 10, but it's definitely
Yes.
a 20.
Andante, roll a 20-sided die.
Okay. 16.
A 16? Sweet. So, okay, Andante, what are you going to do?
Say, Luther, come here.
Shoot it.
Shoot it.
You're going to shoot it?
I don't.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Aim
Roll,
right as
roll
Trapper. Don't cross
what?
the stream.
please, clear your dice tray, and
Yeah.
please roll a 6.
4.
Dang it. Trapper was so eager to find out what it's like to be tickled by a proton pack. Roll 2 more 6-sided die.
So I'll add up to it.
Well, yeah, add to the 4.
3. Okay. 12. Total.
12. You strike the zombie, definitely shaking it, it is shaken but still intact. Dr. Trapper, what are you choosing to do?
I will also fire that.
Roll a 6-sided die.
You know, you two should consider stepping to the side so you
Aye.
don't have a.
Okay, roll 2 more.
7 total.
Oh man!
Okay, well, you do strike the zombie boy, thankfully, without blasting Andante's face off. And the zombie boy again is shaken by the blast, but undeterred in his lunge for Larry. Larry, what are you going to do?
Larry is going to use his fire weapon skills and shoot him.
Roll a 6-sided die.
Don't roll a 6. Don't roll a 6. Don't roll a 6. Hey, I made it. Okay, so I roll the rest of it.
You don't need to roll the rest.
But
the
I
third
want to.
blast of the zombie boy has blown his body apart.
Wow.
Luther is, of course, screaming in the corner, attempting to write this down, but his hands are so shaky he's unable to get any notes.
He's not video recording.
The zombie
Larry,
doesn't need to be.
Larry, roll a. Well, wait. Scott,
Yeah.
roll a 6-sided die.
Cool.
Great.
We don't need to trap
Okay.
this guy? He just blew apart?
Well, yeah.
The zombie, not a
He's a
ghost.
zombie. He blew apart. You had enough wherewithal with your glasses that are functioning as ecto goggles to see that there was no spirit form, nothing that was possessing the
Okay.
boy that left the body or left the room.
Okay.
Okay. Kevin, watch the time, okay?
Yep.
We have 10 minutes.
It's 9:48 your time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So hang on. Let me, if I may. The boy is blown to bits with 3 blasts of the neutrino wands, and the table's intact. So it's, I guess I could return it. But so that's where things are at. And I would say that after that, in investigating the room, you can reunite with the party. Let's say, well, I'm gonna that everyone has. There's no doorway there. I'm just moving it. That you guys are all back in the library after and report to your team that that you've blown a zombie apart or an animated corpse apart, and
Larry blew a zombie.
Oh, you could say zombie. It was an animated corpse.
Larry blew that thing.
Yeah, he did.
What?
So
Every blue, of course.
Very
okay,
good.
so
I was so good
this
at
is-
blowing.
this is where you're at.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. We as you all witnessed, Larry Lawrence was the first to fulfill the prophecy of the wedding of Warwick House. Very eager to have more of you lose your bowels as you continue to investigate this old, potentially haunted home. And thanks for watching.
And there you have it. That was our second episode of Ghostbusters International, the role-playing game. Thank you so very much, Kevin Dilmore, for running a very fun game. I had a wonderful time. It was awesome. And that's it. I'll see you next time. Live, trans, and prosper. Bye-bye.